Hey guys, welcome back. Got a video for you guys today about the vehicles that inhabit my Lego city. Gotten a few requests, some for specific vehicles, and so today I'm going to do a quick little video, and this video is going to be in two parts. First part is going to be vehicles that are only customized or recolors of existing official sets, and then the second half of the video is going to be vehicles that are 100% purely my own custom creations. So I hope you enjoy. So we're going to start this video off with a car that in real life is a big favorite of mine, the second generation Dodge Charger. And of course this one right here is the official set but modified slightly. I used 1x1 brackets in the grille which weren't available at the time that this set first came out, and I think it makes it look a little bit cleaner. It gets rid of the need for the plates that they had on the sides there. And of course with this one, I just have the bare wheels with no hubcaps on them. Changed the grille slightly, and I put the smaller blower on there because I thought it fit the scale of the car really well. And then after I modified that one, I went ahead and I made a Daytona version. And this one is pretty tricky to get the backside to look the way that it does. I'll bring it a little bit closer to the camera and maybe you guys can see. But basically it's building off of the snot construction that the basic car has, and I got some of those little brackets on the ends there to get the wing to go. The front has custom stickers that I made, and a little chin spoiler underneath, and that's kind of makes that one different. And then this is the most recent one that I did. I had an extra of the Speed Champions 68 Mustang, so I had those green fender pieces, and I thought the dark green was a nice classy kind of muscle car color. So I made this one a 69 Charger, as it has the split grille, and that's one of those kind of those masonry pieces, 1x1, I don't know what you call it, molding piece or whatever. Made it in dark green, but kept the roof black for kind of a Landau top, and kind of put the poverty caps on it right there, just to kind of make it kind of a more subdued, more pedestrian version of the muscle car. Another pair of mods that I did is to one of my favorite Speed Champions cars, the McLaren Senna. I thought that the standard set was really good. I wasn't a big fan of the dark gray and orange color scheme of the original. So the first custom one I did was basically just building it without most of the stickers and substituting into the orange pieces that I had for either black or dark gray, just kind of making it a little more simple. And I think it worked out pretty well not having most of the stickers on there. I think the shape of the Senna kind of shines through the standard design quite a bit. And then of course I made some custom stickers for the white one. So the sticker right there along the lower door piece is just a cut sticker, as are these two in the hood. And I thought the McLaren Senna looked pretty good in white, and without all the different trim colors, I think it really shows how well the design was captured in such a small scale. Another one of my all-time favorite Lego Speed Champions cars is obviously the classic Porsche 911. And this is the first variant that I did, which is really just color swapped and kind of have the gunmetal wheels instead of the standard gray. This one a little bit different. I did it in black, and I used some of the stickers, you know, the turn signals and such, the logo on the hood, and I used orange from one of the McLaren Sennas that I did not make, and just kind of made it look a little bit more like an RS version or variant of the car. This car, of course, is the Speed Champions Camaro that came out a number of years ago. It came with the red Camaro in the two-piece set, and I liked it, except it had the really big wheels on the back, which I didn't really like the look of. And it also came with the older style fender pieces that came all the way down. And so since the Dodge Charger set came out, we have these new fender pieces that wrap down around, and they look really good on muscle cars, so I swapped those over, and then obviously duplicated the standard wheels on the back. And so now it has a nice little forward rake without looking kind of cartoonish, which is kind of the way that it looked before with the bigger rear tires. So here's a pair of Ferraris that I have, and this one is the 488, and this car as a set came as a race car, touring car if you will, and basically I built it with the intention of trying to make it look as much like the street legal version of the car as I could. So I only used a few of the stickers and just tried to kind of make the rest of it just look like the standard 488, and for the most part it kind of worked. And then this one is the 250 GTO that came with the Ferrari Ultimate Garage set, and what I changed on this is I used only some of the stickers, and I switched the wheels around to this older style with the spokes and the smooth tires to kind of give it that classic look, and I think it looks okay. And lastly, for my modified ones, this is the Dodge Challenger Demon. It's in yellow in the official set, so I made one in black to make it a police car. And it's basically all the same exact construction. I replaced the spoiler on the back, made it look flat, and I added this kind of shaker hood to the front. It's got a push bar, and of course it has brick-built headlights because the sticker from the set has a yellow background, so it wouldn't really match. But that's pretty much it. It's nearly identical to the official set, with very little changed. So these two trucks I actually already showed off in my video about my Lego Fire Station. So I'm just going to be real brief in showing these off. The first one, the brush truck, is more or less me kind of eyeballing the most recent brush truck that Lego made and kind of making it my own, adding more tools. It's got the movable rear view mirrors, winch on the front, ladder on the back. Basically just trying to make the standard set look more realistic, and ended up kind of being its own thing. And then this one's more of a standard, you know, ladder truck, extendable ladder, so on and so forth. It's got the toolboxes on the sides, and this one also has the extendable rear view mirrors, so that when it needs to, it can comfortably fit inside of the fire station. Next up is this little sporty car that I made for my Lego City. It's kind of plain. I did it all in white, and it's not supposed to be any real-world car. The car that I was mainly kind of inspired by would be like an Audi R8 mixed with maybe a McLaren, especially in the taillights. So those two are half of the taillights used to build the Dodge Demon. And I got a little Lego Friends piece for a license plate there. And yeah, this is just kind of a simple, plain white sports car. This is a car that I get requests for quite often. This is a Ferrari 288 GTO, and this is a mock, and I tried to get it pretty close to what I think a 288 GTO would look like if Lego made one in their Speed Champions line. Now, unfortunately, Lego's gone to the 8 wide as the new standard, so we probably won't see a new 6 wide. But I just kind of wanted to imagine what one would look like. I do have custom stickers for the sides there, that black line. And then the other stickers used, those ones right there and right there, are from the Lego F40 set that came out a couple years ago. And yeah, this is one of my favorites. It's one of the earlier ones that I did, and I don't know, I just really like this one. I was really happy with it when I built it, and it's one of my favorite cars in my Lego City. So here's another one that was really fun to build. It's just a little hot rod, kind of inspired by the 32, 34 Ford Coupe, and I used one of those Adventurers, I don't know what you call that, cockpit pieces, I guess, and it's pretty standard. The only real tricky part was doing the engine. and tried to get as much detail as I could in there. I only got 6 exhaust ports. I tried to do more, but it didn't quite fit, and I didn't want to make it any longer because I wanted the dimensions to be pretty much the way you see them now. And I don't know, I kind of like this little guy quite a bit. It looks good in the corner gas station with the old tow truck. And this car is meant to be a family minivan, but I kind of wanted to put a little bit of a twist on it. I didn't want to just do a plain minivan. I kind of wanted to make it a little sporty. So it's kind of inspired by some of the Toyota vans from the 80s that had a real cab forward design. I always thought that the look of those was really neat, and it's not something that you see being made very much anymore. So I kind of wanted to replicate a sporty minivan, if there is such a thing, in Lego. So I used this newer Speed Champions windscreen that's 6 wide from the Nissan GTR set. And then I used some of these old school doors on both sides. And there's a seat for the driver, seat in the middle. There's a seat back there. So this can hold 3 minifigs. And if you wanted to, if you had a baby minifig, you could put that all the way in the back. Got a roof rack, and yeah, this was one that I put together over a weekend, and I was just really happy with the way it turned out. I thought it looked kind of sporty, and yeah. So I'm putting these two together because they're in universe, basically the same vehicle. I designed the taxi first, and while it's not supposed to be any particular real vehicle, I was inspired by the 90s era Chevy Caprices, Ford Crown Victorias, things like that. And I used the Dodge Demon fenders on this one. And yeah, just wanted to make sure that I could put 2 minifigs front to back, just like a real taxi would. So that's pretty much it. And then the cop car variant is basically the same in every regard, except I added that cage there to divide the front and rear, and then spotlights underneath where the rear view mirrors are, and that's pretty much it. They're both identical, and they were fun to make. So last up here, probably one of my more recent builds, is just an ambulance. And I don't have a hospital yet in my Lego city, but I really wanted to make an ambulance, and this one took quite a while. It's kind of a tricky thing to make. As you can see, the main construction, the cab forward, is 6 wide, and the bed, or the box cab part of it rather, is 6 wide plus plates on either side. So I wanted a pretty clear line of definition between where the cab ends and the box begins, and so that's why I did that. So it's pretty tricky having the sides of it being basically snot construction, but it is pretty strong, and it does contain room for the gurney. Doors can still open. So yeah, this is one that took quite a while to make, but I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. And it's something that I think I might make another one, red and white, to make a fire station variant of it for my fire station. Well guys, I gotta go. I've been pulled over, and I've got a lot of outstanding speed tickets on my record. So I'm gonna have to cut this video short. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to have another LEGO City update for you very soon. Bye.